Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Well, we're kicking it, brother. Does it sound okay to you?
Yeah.
It's a Friday in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight is the night of dates and all wonderful things. Tipping back a beer around the campfire. Firing up that Weber grill. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah, firing a few things up. Yeah. No blues this weekend. This is about enjoying your springtime, right?
That's right.
Yeah, welcome to Morning Crankers. We have a doozy of a show. Did you hear? The FBI has launched a task force targeting the anti-American communist cock, you know what?
Yep.
Anti-Tesla domestic terrorists.
Yes.
Yeah, I say get them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Get them. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, it's ridiculous to go in and destroy places just because you disagree with someone.
Dude, I'm not being political about this at all. I am just so sick and tired of people breaking stuff and vandalizing stuff and stealing stuff. They just gotta.
We dealt with this long ago. Well, not too long ago, but yeah.
Every time you try. It's just been a fun week, and I'm wired right now. I haven't even had like a Red Bull or nothing.
Wow. You do sound wired.
Caffeine and comedy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Caffeine and comedy.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what? I heard a rumor.
It's the rumor.
I heard that St. George's Donuts better watch out because the Morning Cranker crew is coming to you.
Coming to you. Live and in person.
But they don't know when.
No.
So they better check out donuts again.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So today we got the Versus series. We're going to do that. I took Pink Floyd. You took Johnny Cash. Pretty hard for either one of us to, have something bad in either one of them. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So I'm going to go through the national days, and then I say what we do is we get right into the Versus series. You know what I mean?
Oh, you want to know that? Okay.
Well, what we should do is, we should actually have like a little button here. It's Versus series, or you know what I'm saying? Like the old radio shows. It could be like Transformers talking.
Could be.
You know what I mean? You kind of sounded like
Optimus Prime.
No, you kind of sounded like Andre the Giant there.
Andre the Giant.
Yeah. Well, it's National Triglycerides Day.
Huh.
Hey, are you celebrating it?
Yeah, I really am.
It's National Black Forest Cake Day. I'm not a cake fan, but I do like Black Forest cake.
Yeah, I do too.
It's a National Weed Appreciation Day. We got a couple friends, I'm sure, that are
excited.
They're listening and they're like, "Holy crap! I didn't know that was going on," and they're making calls. Right? You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be 420 all day.
Except it's the wrong type of weed. You know what I'm saying?
You guys got your day, 420.
Yeah, well, hey, that's a time, brother, and it's a date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah, well, and 420 is twice a day, right?
Right.
It
is. 4:20 a.m., 4:20 p.m.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, they get to celebrate it 365 times 2 plus 1.
That's exactly correct.
If we were mathematicians or if, we were educated, we'd know what that was.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's also, well, you know what? Maybe you can go appreciate and enjoy National Weed Appreciation Day and then come back and do some math. And then it's also, and this is a cool one, National Something on a Stick Day. No, okay, hang on. Like we should have you know how. I'll give you an example. You know how men or husbands are with their wives or girlfriends?
Yes.
Like she's like, oh, I'm starting to get a sore throat. And the husband right away, I got something for that.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to make you feel better. You know what I mean? So how many men out there are celebrating National Something on a Stick Day, but pervertedly?
I'm sure a lot.
You know, what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen on a stick?
Weirdest thing on a stick. Corn. I don't think.
Okay, well,
corn
I've
belongs
seen
on.
corn on a stick. I've seen that.
I have too. I just think it's weird just to see it.
How about deep fried Snickers bars? I saw that on a stick.
I haven't seen that. That is weird.
Yeah. I've seen, obviously, ice cream on a stick. I've seen fruit, watermelon, lemon, corn dogs.
Yeah, corn dogs is normal.
But we could come up with something on a stick that would be different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We need to. Maybe a donut on a stick.
How about bacon wrapped cabbage on a stick? I'm just going with something.
I'm going with donut on a stick since we like to talk donuts.
You're going donut on a stick?
Yeah, why not?
Really?
Why not? We do the donuts.
You got to let me think about that for a second.
Put a Long John on a stick.
Okay, I'm switching something out just for this, okay?
All right.
Now, we're doing the Versus series.
Yes, we
But
are.
I wanted to know what AI said if Johnny Cash got in a fight with Pink Floyd.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so is it okay for me to just play this and say this is what it told me?
Yeah.
All right. This is a storytelling session, okay? All right, here we go. Johnny Cash versus Pink Floyd. Now that's one hell of a showdown. Here's how it might play out. Johnny Cash strolls in wearing all black, cool as ever, with a steely-eyed stare that says, I've been to Folsom Prison and walked the line. Don't mess with me. He's got the grit, the outlaw spirit, and probably a hidden blade in his foot. Ooh, I don't know. Are you scared yet?
No.
Pink Floyd, on the other hand, shows up as a collective force of psychedelic madness. What do you think of that?
That's about sounds right.
It's got Roger Waters and David Gilmour immediately creating a swirling wall of sound, disoriented Cash with wailing guitars and trippy synthesizers. The stage becomes a surreal battlefield of lasers, fog machines, and existential dread. The fight. Johnny Cash throws the first punch, slow, deliberate, and devastating, like the intro to God's Gonna Cut You Down. Gilmour counters with a comfortably numb solo, so emotionally overwhelming that Cash briefly questions his own outlaw lifestyle. Waters, known for his dark side, sneaks in with a haunting bass line that seems to sap Cash's fighting spirit. But Cash, hardened by the years of life on the edge, pulls out a harmonica and plays a haunting blues riff that cuts through the haze. For a moment, time freezes. Well, who's the winner? Well, while Pink Floyd's sonic warfare is overwhelming, Johnny Cash wins by sheer badassery. He shrugs off the psychedelic assault with a rapsy chuckle, lights a cigarette, and walks away without even looking back, leaving the band forever haunted by the Man in Black. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Did you like that? I mean, that's a pretty good, for AI, that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, well, so my job is a tough job, okay, because you stole Johnny Cash.
I stole Johnny Cash.
Yeah, remember when I was asking if you wanted Hendrix, and it was going to be Hendrix versus Pink Floyd, and you're like, no, I don't want Hendrix, I want Johnny Cash. And I was like, well, this will be really interesting, but Johnny Cash would have been my pick. I would have expected you to pick somebody like Gloria Estefan.
Oh, no way. You know me better now.
Yeah,
I'm a big Johnny Cash fan.
Okay, no, I know. I'm just giving it to you.
You're busting me.
I'm going to do my best, even though I think Johnny Cash would win. I'm going to do my best, okay?
Okay.
So you go with your number one first.
Okay, raw storytelling. Cash's music tells deeply personal and emotional stories, often about struggle, redemption, and rebellion, in a way that feels raw and real. His lyrics cut straight to the heart, whereas Pink Floyd leans into abstract and conceptual storytelling.
Well, I kind of got one here for that as well.
Okay.
Pink Floyd, they were great storytellers, but they went further than storytelling. They went through concept albums. Pink Floyd mastered the concept album format, creating cohesive, thematic experiences that flowed from song to song. Their albums often told intricate philosophical stories like The Animals, The Wall, that explored deep, abstract themes, while Cash's storytelling was more direct and personal, focusing on individual narratives rather than album-spanning concepts. Okay, go to your number 2.
Okay. Genre-spanning influence. While Pink Floyd mastered progressive rock, Cash influenced multiple genres, from country and rockabilly to gospel and folk. His impact stretches across a wider range of artists.
Well, I'm going to disagree because of musical complexity and innovation. Pink Floyd's music is known for its intricate compositions, experimental sounds, and groundbreaking use of studio effects. Albums like The Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall feature complex arrangements, innovative synthesizer use, and multi-layered production, pushing the boundaries of music. In contrast, Johnny Cash's music, while powerful...
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
is simpler and more traditional in its structure.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Okay, so we're 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Longevity and reinvention. Cash had a career that lasted over 50 years, constantly evolving and staying relevant. Even in his latter years, with his stripped-down American Recordings album, his ability to reinvent himself arguably outlasted Pink Floyd's prime.
Well, I guess I've got cultural and philosophical depth. Pink Floyd's lyrics often explored existentialism, politics, alienation, and human nature with poetic depth. Songs like Wish You Were Here and Time grapple with complex emotional and philosophical issues. Cash's lyrics, while deeply meaningful, were more focused on personal struggles, morality, and heartbreak, which may feel less expansive in comparison. I don't know about that.
Well, cultural and personal impact. Cash's rebellious image and outlaw persona made him a symbol of defiance and redemption, resonating across generations. His prison concerts and work with marginalized groups gave him a real-world impact beyond music.
Well, how about Pink Floyd's genre influence and evolution? Pink Floyd played a massive role in shaping progressive and psychedelic rock, inspiring countless artists and entire subgenres. Their experimental approach influenced rock, country, electronic, and even ambient music. Cash, while iconic, remained largely within the country, folk, and rockabilly sphere, with less cross-genre influence than Pink Floyd. Yay or nay?
Yeah, I agree.
Would you? So I'm winning 1-2?
So far, yeah. But Cash's universal simplicity. While Pink Floyd's music is often complex and immersive, Cash proved that music doesn't need elaborate production to be powerful. A simple guitar, a deep voice, and honest lyrics can move millions of people. That said, it all depends on what you value in music. Are you more about poetic depth and atmosphere, which is Floyd, or raw honesty and storytelling, which is Johnny Cash?
Okay, well, I've got live performance and visuals. Pink Floyd's live shows were legendary for their elaborate visual effects, massive light displays, and immersive stage productions. Their Pulse and the Wall tours are still considered some of the most visually spectacular concerts ever, And Cash's performance, while raw and powerful, were more straightforward and lacked the grand visual spectacle. However, I got to jump to your side on this one. Simply because Cash was before these guys. So he didn't have all this stuff that they got, like toys they got to play with, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to give that one to Cash, right? So we're 2-2.
Right. We are.
Okay, so I'll go on the last one here, right?
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Go ahead.
Cultural and philosophical depth. Pink Floyd's lyrics often explored. Did I already bring this one up?
I don't know.
I think I did. You might have beat me. That might be all I have. Oh my goodness.
I've got more, but it says.
See, they only gave me those. So you know what?
Are we talking about classic Man in Black Johnny Cash versus his older, wiser, hurt era self? Because that's a battle of youth and fire versus experience and resilience. Young Cash, hopped up on amphetamines, would come in swinging wild, fueled by rebellion and outlaw energy. He's got the raw strength, the attitude, and probably a guitar he's not afraid to use as a weapon. Older Cash, though, has been things he's got the wisdom, the patience, and the endurance of a man who has walked through hell and back. He knows when to strike and when to wait. Plus, if this fight is metaphorical, his latter years' music, Hurt, The Man Comes Around, shows he's got the emotional depth to outlast any struggle.
Well, you got a point there, and I think he did a 9 Inch Nails song.
He did.
Called Hurt.
And it was very good. And even they admitted that his version was better than theirs.
Okay, so we've got 2-2.
Yeah.
You just said that, I think both of them are legends.
I think they're equal on each level.
I think Cash was a master.
Yeah.
And I think Pink Floyd was more experimental. Now, they were super complex, but they weren't the all-American, boogie-playing player that played in front of thousands of people. These were professional musicians that did this as a business and had more toys.
Right.
So I'm going to give the slight nod, even though I'm supposed to be repping for these guys.
I agree.
I'm going to give the slight nod to Cash, man. Sorry.
Don't be sorry, because it's true. I have to give the slight nod to Cash, too. And just don't get me wrong, but I love Pink Floyd. And Pink Floyd did a lot for the rock industry,
When I used to come home and, I was super tired, I'd just throw on a Pink Floyd song, sit back in my lazy boy, and just, space out. You know what I'm saying? Have a beer, maybe 2 beers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just relax. And
it is relaxing rock music, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, it is pretty awesome. And I kind of like this. The first versus series of Johnny Cash versus Pink Floyd.
Yeah, for entertainers. We never did an entertainer version.
Right. And we never really finished John Wick.
No. We did, but we didn't.
Yeah, because John Wick would have kicked his arse.
Yeah.
I'm
with you on that one, too.
Yeah, but I truly do love these versus series. And I think the listeners do, too. We would love to hear from you what you guys think about these versus series. Who do you think should win?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we want to know.
Well, I think it's important, but we want to know what you think.
Exactly.
Because that's the most important. Now,
it is.
We've got this one, and I want to know what you think. 5 boomer behaviors that make young people roll their eyes. I want to know what you think about this, because you're closer to the boomer age than me, but neither one of us are boomers, right?
Right.
Do you like it or dislike it when people dismiss new technology?
I don't have any qualms either way.
You don't really care what other people think?
No, I don't.
And that is a direct result of being Gen X.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could give 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an opinion.
But, the younger generation isn't so. Okay, and that's why the FBI had to launch the task force to go protect Tesla owners and Tesla dealerships, because people can't handle anymore other people having an idea or an opinion that doesn't match theirs, because somehow If you have a different opinion, you're the enemy.
So opinions don't matter.
Could you imagine, brother, if that was the thinking when America first started?
We would be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, there'd be some people with some really pointy mustaches.
Oh, most certainly. It'd be communist.
How about this? And I know I'm guilty of doing this myself with my kids, but telling endless, well, back in my day, stories.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that one.
Are you? Yeah. I mean, we're only Gen X. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you're a decade older than me, but you know what I'm saying.
I told my son, I remember when I was your age.
Right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother you.
No, don't bother me.
But do you think that that is a boomer thing, or do you think that's just after you get some wisdom, you want to share it thing?
I think it's after you get some wisdom, you want to share it with others. That's my opinion.
Assuming one size fits all pants. No, sorry. It's assuming one size fits all life paths.
Ah.
I don't know if that's a boomer habit because there's dumb life paths.
Yes.
Okay. Like if you go to college for underwater basket weaving, I don't care if you never make any money. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lost cause.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's one size fits all in life doesn't work, but there are some tenets.
Yeah.
Like working hard.
Yeah, but I want to hit on that subject you just talked about.
Okay.
I think that they need to open up a college for the Amish.
I don't know. The Amish are pretty smart.
Well, they could open it up for the basket weavers.
They could. I mean, the underwater basket weavers.
Underwater basket weavers.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go.
I know people make fun of Amish, but I think there's a lot of things that we can learn from them.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time they make pretty decent money. They live happy, fulfilling lives.
Yeah, they do.
And I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And
they're good people.
What I have found with younger generations, there's a lot of really hardworking, good kids in the younger generations, but you always run across one.
Oh, yeah.
That's like reinventing the wheel. Like, I'm going to be a millionaire and I'm not going to work one hard day in my life.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that.
Like they're 18 years old and they're like, oh, my knees are shot and my shoulders are shot. And I worked at the foundry for one day and I got black lung. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That type of thing. So, you know what? Maybe we should make a list that goes the other way.
Exactly.
Okay. Now let me ask you, downplaying mental health and emotional well-being.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a real thing.
It is real.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah. What can I say? Back in our day, it was shut up, dust yourself off, rub some dirt on it, and move.
Get back up on your feet.
And I'm not saying that it's bad, you know, for, you know, people to have mamby-pamby stuff go on. I'm not saying that at all. But mental health is real. I can tell you that. And emotional well-being is important as well.
Right.
But maybe not as important as some people think. Like back in our day, all the stuff that's bad today, we had less of, and we didn't have this nurturing, caring, you know, thing around us.
Right.
And finally, insisting on doing everything the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Well, I mean, my dad...
There's a lot of things that I do that it's hard to break yourself because it's the way you were brought up.
My old man told me some of the best advice I ever got in my life, and it was simply this. Sometimes the long way...
is the hard way.
Is the short way.
Sometimes it could be the hard way, too.
Well, it can be. So, you know, it is what it is. We love you, folks. Thank you for listening.
Love you, gang.
Have a wonderful, wonderful...
Enjoy that weekend. Take her out on a date.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.